sorry to all the niggas that have been chasing me. I can't remember last time anybody toasted me from scratch. I choose the niggas that I'm going to do stuff with. I call myself a sniper. I will come at you myself. Or back in the days, I used to do strategic positioning. I know how 1 blow 7, dissect leg, and all of them will come at you. You think you move to
I
me.
hate that we give women this power because
Do you
we give
get
women this power.
you
What up, people? It's your favorite podcast man back again with another one. I am Michael Sonario.
And I'm very welcome, Koya.
And we are back on Menisms. And we got another special guest with us. In fact, she's back again. Because the conversation was so sweet last time, we had to bring her back.
I think this is our first return guest.
Our first returnee.
Yeah.
As you say, would you like to introduce yourself again to the people?
Hi, guys. Once again, it's your favorite podcast host. I was about to introduce myself like
their favorite podcast host?
Yes, it's your favorite podcast host, Hausa Chocolate, taking over the Menisms table today.
Fair enough. Well, welcome back again. As you guys know, make sure you subscribe to all our audio platforms, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Audio Mac, all of them. And we appreciate you guys that keep following us, that keep subscribing, that keep sending in comments. And as usual, we're going to start off reading the comments that you guys have sent in or scenarios. So I'll start off with the first one. Real or fake name, Aurora. So this girl I know was dating a male witch. The witch blocked her 1 week into the relationship on all social media because he saw her talking to a man. He had the opportunity to confront her, but instead he calmly walked to her home and blocked her later that evening. This girl begged and cried while she was sick for him to take her back, but he did. But this was only the beginning of a year of torture. He didn't let her kiss him in public or post him on social media. He is a selective Christian as he wants to have sex with her in the bathroom, but will crucify her if she went partying with friends, calling her names. I could go on, but this is already lengthy. Men like him deserve to be miserable. Well,
Male witch.
When she said male witch, I guess his actions now is like Nigeria, he's a witch,
yeah,
evil guy.
Yeah, evil guy.
I was waiting for the diabolical bit. Like,
I was gonna say, I feel like the first thing is the red flags have already been there. Yeah. It's like it was like something I was gonna say. Like it sounds harsh, but it's like when you're talking, we're gonna talk to her like a little sister or something, or big sister, whichever one. Sis, you're better than that. In terms of he's already showing you that. One, not that he's not interested, but you also have to ask, how do I want to be valued? How do I want to be treated? You get what I'm saying? It's like one thing I do in relationships, I want to hear your perspective, is that me, if I'm dating any girl or seeing any girl, the way I treat you, you have to treat me. So it's like if I treat you with respect, I want respect back. If I treat you with love, I want love back. If I don't treat you rudely and all that, I'm not going to tolerate that from somebody else. You understand?
Yeah, so again, one thing I've noticed, not noticed actually, I think I've known for a while, and I think a lot of people have as well. Manipulative people are very good at what they do, which is manipulating, right? So you could be someone who's seeing the red flags. Sorry? What? Do I have experience in manipulation? Please. I feel like all of us have manipulated someone at some point.
Please,
no, but this is the truth. Yeah, right. Please. We've all, in one way. I'm not talking about relationships, just generally in one way.
Yes.
Right. So now, manipulative people would always make you feel like you don't have or can't have your shit together. So I know, because I've been on the other end of being manipulated, right? So I know what it's like to, you have your standards, you know that this is what you deserve, but you find yourself always depending on this person for emotional stability, for emotional support in one way, and I say this because it's always easy when you've grounded yourself to tell somebody else, you know better, you should do it. But when the person is really the one receiving the manipulation, you wouldn't know how it's hitting you at the time, and the way your actions just be going so far from what you would normally be doing. So as much as we want to also say she should know better, it's not that easy. Guys also need to fix up.
So but then I was going to ask you now, Halima, as a woman, because obviously he's right to where it says to an extent, but something like I always say where before people get into full-time relationships, I feel you need to work on yourself, man or woman.
That I fully agree with.
Because when you work on yourself, you start to understand yourself, and you also start to change your values and standards. Like, it's not easy, like he said, he's right, whereby it's easy for us to say, like me, I'm saying this as somebody that's healed and I've gone through it. And
you're healed, nigga?
I'm very healed. I'm very good and happy. Check season 1 to season 2, the conversation's different.
Okay.
But as a woman, what would you say now?
As a woman, I'm healed.
As a woman on that side,
as a woman and, as a sex therapist, or I'll say mental health and sexual wellness advocate, I will say, you guys both have good points. For me, I think the babe is even the red flag because somebody blocks you 1 week into a relationship, you're going to beg instead of you to block him back. Please, got our chest, sister. Like, stand up. Y'all bitches weak in the knee. Stand up, sis.
Damn.
And then, I mean, sometimes tough love. Like, I can't always cuddle you. Like this, like. You can't, almost everything there, just like the friend has put. But I understand what you mean, where when you're in the thick of it, when you're in the quicksand, you might not see all these things. And we don't see, the friend might be seeing all the bad things he's doing, all the abusive things, but we don't see the times where he's love bombing her, or where he's being sweet, or where they have their connection.
And that's what I said, manipulative.
And so we can also empathize with her in that way. But at the same time, it's like, you can't have somebody. Why are you with somebody who is not letting you kiss them in public? Then you're not in a relationship now. If we're just fucking, we're fucking on the low, cool. But then you can't say we're dating. Then you won't hold my hand, or fucking me in the bathroom. But then when I'm with another guy, like even the guy, you tell the guy too. If you don't have the capacity to be with a bad bitch, then free her, leave her alone. And then on the thing about not getting into a relationship before you work on yourself, yes and no, because I think that we're constantly evolving, we're constantly in a state of like, healing is not a destination, it's like a journey,
it's
and
a
you're
process.
always a work in progress. And a lot of times people feel like, oh, if I have a mental health condition, or I struggle with anxiety, or I struggle with this and that, or whatever it is, human beings in general, we feel the need to go and hide. Let me go and work on myself and heal, and then come out and then be acceptable to the world. But you deserve love at whatever stage of your healing you're on. But then you should not, like, except that right now, if anybody is with me, I'm going to be harmful, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, then okay, you can be like, I'm going to take a step back. But I don't think that it should be one way. It should be like, oh, let me get to know myself and work on myself. You actually can do that while you're in a relationship, as long as you're self-aware enough to know that I'm working on myself, I'm someone who can communicate. But I don't think that you should wait until you get to a certain point. But I understand when people say, oh, please go and heal before you come and bring your trauma to give me wahala. But it's all about that balance. I don't think that it's like a hard or fast rule there.
So that's it's something we can talk about. But to the young lady, I think what we'll just conclude in saying is
leave that man, leave that fucking nigga. Block him.
Your fellow woman has told
Block
you.
him,
so.
please.
Maybe I want this second.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the second one is from a Mrs. C. Right, and this says married for 6 years now, but without happiness. My husband is a bloody liar who can go for 6 months and more without touching me.
Cheat on him.
When I try to initiate the act, he turns me down. I found out he's been having it with numerous girls, and he actually keeps some as serious girlfriends. So January, I got in touch with my ex who lives abroad, and for the first time in 6 years, I'm happy. We actually broke up due to genotype issues. That's, I guess, she and the ex. I finally have the attention and care I've been seeking from my husband over the years. We've not had sex since he's not in the country, but I don't mind having that wild experience with him whenever he gets back.
They be careful.
I should be careful.
Didn't you see how they ended it?
Whenever,
because the answer you give now, they're looking to say. I feel like she's looking to say, do we validate it in terms of?
So yes. No, we've not
yet.
even said anything yet. So now we're digesting the scenario, right? Okay, so
get into it because I already know what I'm telling her.
So for me, it's dicey, and I say dicey because one, she definitely deserves better, but I feel like, except again, this is me. I'm not a married person. I don't know what it's like to be married.
That's another thing.
I don't know what it's like to be married, so it's easy for me to say, oh, walk out of your marriage. Stuff like that. You've been married 6 years. I don't know what she's been enduring. Don't kill me, please. You've been married 6 years. I don't know what she's been enduring, but clearly she says she's never been happy in the marriage, right? We don't know why they got married, or even if it was an arranged marriage, or whatever. We don't have any of that information. So we're working with what we have. And what we have is that this is a couple who her husband has decided to not touch her or be sexually involved with her in any way, meaning that he's already creating the atmosphere for infidelity. Right. And that's what I feel. And I say this because, if you're not playing the role of the husband, which is giving your wife some sexual satisfaction, then I'm sorry, her body no be firewood. Do you understand? And that's the truth. She's going to definitely want it somewhere else. Now, it's another ball game if you're even having it with other people except her. But my own advice to her is, yeah, I'm saying that. So it's another ballgame if you're even not having it with other people. So my own advice is, as much as yes, it's a good way to personally seek happiness, for me, and I only say this for me because I like to keep things clean and tidy. If you're going to divorce, like let there be a full understanding that you and the husband are just normal. Maybe papers are in the works and all that stuff, but you are not interested in that marriage anymore. Before you then, carry on to this ex repeatedly, because from what she's saying, it's going to be a repeated process, right? For me, I'd rather just cancel things because it gets messy. When a society where you're telling people that your husband doesn't touch you. In this Nigeria, they'll be telling you things like, make sure you endure, make sure you still wait. Have you tried to do this? Have you tried to do that?
So that's where it's like, I think in this new generation of people and Nigerian couples, from what I've seen, especially the women, a lot of them are starting not to tolerate what the older generation used to do. Yeah. And to be honest, she answered her own question where she said that she knows he has girlfriends, and I feel like those kind of things, when you find that kind of information out, again, it's now you that has to decide, do I want to tolerate it, even if it's marriage or any kind, do I want to tolerate it or not? It's like vice versa. If I was with, and that's why I said, it's like, again, thank God we have a woman here to understand, because I know for me,
I don't speak for all women.
No, I know you can't, but I'm just saying perspective.
Disclaimer.
I about to say, for me, if it's a man in that situation now, you find out like, oh, my wife has not been touching me for time, and she has boyfriends. Mm-hmm. You understand? Immediately as a man, you're saying, God forbid, I'm not going to stay here. I'm not going to do this. While with women, sometimes when they're in that situation, sometimes they stay. Mm-hmm. So that's why I said it's interesting just to hear your perspective. Because like I said, for us, we both say the same thing. Like, why you?
I think there's so many conversations I can open up from this, but I mean, let her go ahead.
Thank you for yielding the mic to me. So first of all, on a serious one, because I was whispering, I beg, girl, cheat on your man, but on a more serious one, I think that you, like we said, we don't know all the details to judge the case or whatever. From first glance, me, burn everything. Life is too short and also too long to spend your life or your time unhappy in an unhappy marriage. You've been married for 6 months and you're unhappy.
6 years, actually.
6 years.
6 years. So
6 years.
Yeah. So what she said was that
Auntie,
they've been married
go
6
fuck
years.
your ex. But anyway, we don't know why you haven't left. He hasn't touched her in 6 months. That's what she said.
Exactly.
He hasn't touched her in 6 months.
So if you guys haven't had sex in 6 months, is he open to couple? Yeah, it is. Is he open to couples therapy? Also, hit me up. So I have sex toys for you, but that's not even enough. Is he open to couples therapy? Are you guys willing to actually work on the marriage? But then if he's also having numerous girlfriends that he has had for a long stretch of time, it's really about investigating. And just like we were saying before, me, I'm not somebody who will stay with anybody because I have kids. Even if I have 699 children, if I'm not happy, I'm fucking leaving that situation. Okay. But like we said now, we don't know whether she's thinking about, I don't have the financials or I don't want to do that. Yeah. But you need to jazz up and think about your happiness. And then, I've said, the socially acceptable answer. But if you are my own friend though, and he's your ex and he's giving you that some, if you can't be clean about it, just chop 1, 2, 3. I mean, that nigga has been doing stuff. We as Menisms, I know
disclaimer.
They are not endorsing this.
These opinions do not represent our own opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't represent the wholesomeness. But me, I'm telling you, if you're my own friend, if you're my own babe, just see what your ex is saying. But be careful. Use protection. Just enjoy that little thrill when you're on holiday.
So I can assure you, they're not using protection.
So
I mean, girl, okay, just either
she wants that raw
control. If not, carry plan B in your pocket.
She definitely wants that raw.
But let that nigga blow your back out. Come home shining, glowing, happy. I'm telling you.
Or you can go to Jesus, the Lord our Savior in heaven, and talk to him about your problems.
This one say, okay, go and divorce first and do separation before. No. Go and enjoy that one. Let it happen.
Wow.
Yeah. Why will you scatter your mind?
You know why me? I say it. You don't know why exactly. You don't know why she doesn't want to leave.
Tell exactly, and you can't tell her. Okay, go and scatter your marriage. On top, penis that if you have not had it yet, but I'm assuming you're probably done it. But even if you have,
did you guys just say don't go and scatter your marriage when the marriage is already scattered?
No, they've not divorced yet. They're still together.
No, but
she's saying it
based on the marriage is a sham. He said if she wants to go and chop outside.
She should actually
first,
divorce properly.
Divorce first and stuff.
That's what I said.
But then why, when the husband didn't do it?
How do you mean?
He didn't do what?
The husband hasn't divorced and has been chopping left, right, and center now. So why must she now
be the one.
want
So,
to
that,
go
that's,
and get the
so,
divorce.
And that's why I said
so
it's
that's
dicey. That's why I said it's
I'm
dicey.
saying that for me, I'm not going to tell somebody because you want to sample your ex, right? You should now go and scatter your marriage first. No, go and chop. Is the dick worth destroying your marriage for? If it is,
Bro,
The marriage is
let me-
already
then,
destroyed.
No,
No, hold on.
The
When
marriage is shit. But they're
It's
still
not
together.
destroyed. It's not
still
destroyed,
legally
yeah.
A thing.
Exactly my
you
point.
know
That's what-
the process
Okay,
of
look at it like
actually
this. Look at
initiating
No,
the marriage-
you guys are
Hold
making
on, hold
sense.
on.
I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
Look at it
Do
like
you
this.
understand why?
You're talking about scattered based
Look,
on the
imagine
dynamics of the
imagine
marriage
me and
itself.
You are dating now, for instance. You're my boyfriend. Yeah, you're doing whatever the fuck, but we're still together. It's how I can go and report to my friend and da da da. But we're still together. Do you understand?
Do you understand?
Oh,
It's a scattered relationship.
No,
we're
yeah,
together
we're
based off.
officially-
We're official because we
wait,
never
yeah.
said anything.
Yes.
Oh,
No,
maybe
but
it's.
then-
Go
wait
ahead.
now.
Go ahead.
Don't forget this is
But
a marriage.
then-
You have signed
Go ahead.
documents.
But then
I know, go ahead.
I now want my ex is moving to me. Da da da. All of that. Remember I said I should first come and break up with you because I want to fuck my ex. But I'm saying no. She should go and fuck the ex first. See how that is. Then if she feels like okay, this is the ginger I need to scatter
But that's
her
the thing.
marriage. Yeah.
She doesn't need. Let me tell you. So she's giving us some context about the ex. She even said that the only reason they didn't work out was because of genotype differences.
I'm
that
not
that's
saying
actually the
no.
love of
No,
her life
she's
on the
still
side.
talking
I'm not
about-
even saying that. I'm not even saying that because she now fucks the ex, she'll leave her husband and go and marry that man.
Yes.
But I'm just saying that she can go there, receive life-changing. They can be like, you know what? I can't remain in this sham of a marriage. I'm going to liberate myself and I'm going to go out into the world.
Fair.
She's done that already.
Yes.
Yes.
She hasn't slept with the.
Hold
ex.
on. Read this. She said that. She. You people are not reading this now. I'm talking about. She literally at the end she
What
said
is it?
that her ex is not in the country again, but she doesn't mind waiting for him to be back to relive that experience.
Yes, so
Meaning
what's
that
the problem?
so now the only thing I don't know is
No,
if
I don't
she's
mind
had this.
having that wild experience with him whenever he gets back, which means obviously
So,
ex-wife.
go
She had
off,
sex with him.
sis.
She had sex with him when he was an ex.
Are you sure that's what she's saying, or that she has
There's
now
many things.
decided to have the
I
sex?
finally have the attention and care I've been seeking from my
Exactly.
husband
She
over
said-
the
she said-
years.
she said, "I'm now
We've
happy."
not had sex since he's in the country, but I
We've
don't
not
mind
had
having
sex.
the wild
Read the line
experience.
before that.
That's what I'm
Read
saying.
the line
Care
before
and
that.
attention means he's calling
Care,
you,
as in
checking on
care,
and all of
care,
that.
attention,
And then
like,
she
oh, I'm
said,
talking to you, I'm
and
caring
then
about you.
Basically, the care that she has been
Not
receiving,
physical.
not been getting from her husband.
Okay, so she said
But
because she said
that we've not had sex because he's not in the country. But I don't mind
Oh,
having
right,
that
okay,
wild
okay.
experience with
Okay,
him
fair enough.
whenever he gets back. Girl, have your experience.
Anyways, we can
I
stick,
support
we can
women's
stick on
rights
we can
and women's wrongs.
we
Amen.
can stick on this,
we-
but madam,
yeah.
I would say go to Jesus.
Not be only Jesus.
yeah. For me, I would
Let
say.
your
I mean,
ex,
I
destroy
only
your
talk about
inside.
keeping things tidy because, again,
I didn't tell you
people
that
will
was
still say
shallow.
oh boy, he was still your husband when you were
And
infidel.
so, is he not her
Exact- and
husband
that's-
when he's cheating and he's having girlfriends?
Me, I
and
like
doing
to
all
keep
that
my own
stuff?
personal things clean, regardless of what the second party is doing. But that's just
So
me.
because of that, now let me ask you guys a question.
So
now,
that when they ask, I'm
because-
like, yeah, I've not cheated in a marriage before.
I will.
Exactly.
No, any like I
Ain't
said,
nobody gonna give you no trophies for that, but okay.
guys.
But don't
because-
cheat too.
Please, because I don't want married
Cheat,
couples start
actually.
coming and saying all their problems or not say I beg because we're still single people. I don't have
No. There's nothing wrong with this
So,
because we give
me,
advice,
come
but
for
we can
me.
only give advice to that
Your
capacity.
husband is doing all that. I don't give a
Uh-huh.
fuck. Your husband is doing all of that shit. You two do your own, but be smart about it. I won't do it. I don't know, but never say never.
So let me ask you
Never
guys
say
a
never.
question. Let me ask you
This
guys
is
a
Never say
opening the
question.
floor for what we're going to
Let
talk
me
about.
ask
Never
you a
say
question
never.
now. That's what I was going to say. So
Yeah.
we're going to talk about something now in that. So a lot of times in society now, because there are different ways to look at it. There's
Yeah.
the overall view of what people say in society and then where we live, our environment. So when it comes to sex now,
Yeah.
who do you guys feel initiates it more? Or who's in more...
No. Ask the question
We
properly.
know that.
Let me ask.
now.
Wait, let me
We know
ask what
that.
you
We
want
know.
to ask.
We
No,
know
let's-
men initiate sex.
No,
more.
well, let's
Nowadays.
ask the proper question. Let's ask. Hey, the question
Don't
we
go to
really
the
want.
corners.
The question we really want to ask is: society has made us believe women do not want casual sex. They just want, oh, if you're not wifing me up, if it's not a relationship, I don't want.
That's a lie.
How true is this?
It's a lie now.
But do we really agree? Because if we
Yes.
go online now, we're like, oh, I just want a woman who wants something casual, nothing serious.
So first of all,
Are you going to see people enter my DMs? No.
yes, I do that on my. I know how many people. In fact, God bless me for how many orgasms I have donated to the world. You know, either through the toys and just through hooking people up. So sometimes I actually do have friends or whatever on Instagram that say, "Oh, I'm just looking for this," and I post it on my story and I message and I say any takers, and people reply me and stuff. But like I said, sometimes echo chamber, the kind of people around me. But I mean,
Thank
yeah,
you
but
for
there's
saying
that. And then obviously I've had a singles group as well where some people were just on a casual thing and they just did all of that stuff. So I don't believe it. And obviously I have friends, I know women, I talk to a lot of women. There are times that women be horny. Like I don't know why. And I think that it's such a scam that the world makes it seem like little men that are
The world makes it seem?
Yes.
I don't feel like it's
If
a world
I pick up my
issue.
phone now
I don't
and
feel
I
like
DM
it's-
a lady that I'm interested in, but I'm like, oh hi, and she, maybe she thinks I'm physically attractive as well.
Okay.
And I say, oh hi, how you doing? And I'm trying to get to know, maybe take her out on a date or whatever. And then I'm letting my intentions be clear.
Yeah.
And I'm
How are
saying
you
that
letting your intentions be clear though?
I'm letting her know that, oh, okay, so actually, I'm trying to know what you're looking for because I'm not looking for something long term or serious. I'm still trying to work on other things or whatever. I don't think I'm relationship ready.
Shalaye or that one
Exactly.
On the
That was
first
it.
day,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna
Let's
answer
forget
you.
about Shalaye. So let's just say
Yeah.
I'm not looking for anything serious.
Uh-huh.
I just want to have a good time, and if you're on the same page with that, then I'm willing to take this further. So most women will tell you, oh, thank you for being kind and polite to me, but I'm not interested in that.
Why won't they?
There's
You too,
no-
brother. You went to go and give her a pistol.
you
Now you
understand?
want
Okay,
to
so
smash
no,
it.
hold on.
Like-
Epistle. Now tell me how you're going to tell somebody you're not interested in long term. I want to hear it.
Yeah?
Tell me how you're going to tell somebody you're not interested in long term.
I don't need to say it. My actions gonna show it.
This is why you get messed up in
I don't,
Lagos.
I'm good. Like,
You're
no.
the same person that says, be honest, be communicative,
Yeah,
but you're saying your actions will show it.
But hear me out. Hear me out.
Power.
First off, any girl I see, when I first see you, I don't know if I want to smash or not.
Okay.
Let me be honest.
Oh yeah, no, this is. Oh yeah, the
It's not that-
demisexual
no.
now.
No.
Yes.
What does that
No,
mean?
but that's
Can't
not
you
what
remember
that's same for me.
No.
I'm not going to tell somebody, oh, I see you, I want to
Oh,
smash.
mommy,
no.
from the moment I set my eyes on you, I'm very
You've not
physically.
even opened your mouth. I can't. No,
I'm
I'm
very-
very
no,
physical.
no.
You open your mouth. Hello.
Thank God I'm not the one that said it, Shao.
I'm not like, no.
Thank God the one. I'm not the one
No,
that said it.
I'm so sorry, but
Come
it's like
for him.
that
First
kind
of all,
Why him?
first of all,
What
you are
you mean
not
by
so
that?
sorry. First of all, you are not. You're
Sorry,
not.
no, sorry.
no, but okay,
Oh, so
it's standard.
Mike,
It's
Are you trying
standard.
to say there's a
Wow.
There's what?
So
There's
first
a
of all,
certain
thank
type of
you,
babe
thank you
that
for
you
being the
fuck?
one to put
No, it's
yourself.
not. So I've experimented.
Why you-
I've
why
had a
you-
long life. I'm 30 years old. You
You've
know,
experimented.
we-
so
we-
the babes
I've-
that were alone,
No,
they were
let me say
experimentations.
my side now. It's like
Damn.
you have
Not
said
him
it.
turning.
If I remember correctly,
Excuse
you
me,
said
don't
I want.
That was off camera. Shut the
Okay,
fuck
there
up.
we go. So what I'm saying is, for me, there's certain things I look for, especially now. Maybe when I was a few years ago, I tolerated some shit. But right now, if you come to me
said
and you are
tolerated.
fine, let's say you are a baddie, and we see this a lot on Instagram, but you are a baddie, you
He
good,
said-
you
he
sexy,
said baddie.
everything good,
I will take
and then you open. Wait, what?
That's literally what you just said.
What
That's
is it?
what
So
he
there was
said.
this Twitter, there was
No,
this
sorry, what
Twitter
do you mean you want
nomenclature.
civilian, Abby?
There's
Please,
this,
I don't
there was
endorse
this
to that
Twitter
categorization.
nomenclature and categorization that somebody came up with on Twitter, and it was three categories of women. This was for women. 3 categories. There was the
Go ahead.
there was the baddie, which is of course bad bitch.
Physically.
she's not gonna let you pick her up in a Toyota Corolla type of baddie. Yeah. That's what it is. Then there's the civilian. They said the civilian is a 9-to-5er.
love
She
them.
Still a hot
she
babe.
has
I
her
love
money
them.
up. She's still hot.
Shout
she's
out
still
to all my
hustling.
9-to-5 baddies that
They
know
call
how to
that
switch
civilian
up.
that
Shout out
once
to
in a
all
while
my
they know how
9-to-5
to go out to
baddies.
Lagos restaurants and stuff like that as well. But that once in a while they know how to sit inside and save up
And
money.
the third category.
Then the third category is what they call Amotekun.
What does that mean?
So first of all, by definition, the
I shouldn't
word
be laughing at this
Amotekun
shit.
means
This is
leopard.
misogyny,
Sorry?
It's
It means
okay.
like leopard. It means like
that's what it means?
That's actually
What do
it
you
means,
mean? So
I'm
explain,
dead.
like, what you mean?
So what
He's been saying
Amotekun
like
term
ratchet
means
babes.
ratchet.
Saying ratchet.
They
Like
even
little
went
babes.
as far as giving like places in Lagos.
But
People
do you
who
know,
live
do
in
you
these
know there are
places.
levels of ratchet babes?
Oh, we know.
Because even in certain
We're letting you
society-
know that you
I
just
know-
told
but
them
you-
that
but you know that-
Amotekun don't
No,
come near me.
I didn't
Yeah.
say that. I didn't
He
say
said
that.
in-
I
he
never
said
said
in the
that.
past.
You guys are putting words in my
He
mouth.
said as
You guys
long
are put-
as
I have
her
no.
ass
There's
is
some girls. Let me
fat.
not lie. Shout out to my street babies. You know who
Shout
you
out to you, Amotekun.
Whoa, shout
are.
out to
No,
your
I'm not
street
gonna say.
babe.
I'm not gonna say what you said.
You're gonna allow this nigga call you a street babe?
No, can Maiwa say his narrative, please? This is how people create
I'm
narratives.
screaming.
Now, there are girls in different categories. Like, for example, I like to say this joke as I like to say it. They're my Ikoyi babies, as we like to say. Those Ikoyi girls, went to school in the BISC's Greens
Okay.
and all.
St. Saviour's.
Went to school
Oh.
abroad, St.
Saviour's.
Saviour's. Then it's
The
like, okay.
elitism, oh my God.
I'm going to say categories.
this
I
is
didn't
fact.
say I
That's-
like. The funny thing is, I didn't
unfortunately,
say I
that's
like
what
those
you
kind of
have.
girls because some of them are a bit too bougie for me. I don't like all that. She's like, why are we going to this? It's like, what's all this mess for? You're from
So are
Nigeria,
you
my
trying,
friend. What rubbish?
are you trying to say
No, I'm
is
just
the
putting my
ratchet babes
perspective.
that can
Now
throw,
there's
throw
middle,
that
there's
ass?
the middle, there's equate, and like I said, there's the 9-to-5 hustling girls. In terms of some
Like
of them,
Surulere.
they come from various backgrounds. but they are on their hustle. They're doing their shit in Lagos. You understand?
So what Michael is also saying is that if you are not sweating in the office,
I didn't say that again.
He doesn't want soft life for you.
And then there's
He wants you to be.
no. I'm here to change that for
He
you.
wants you
but
to
I
be slaving on capitalism.
No, I like girls that hustle because it motivates me too. Like obviously the goal is to get to a point that my woman doesn't have to hustle.
Babe?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. And I was about to get to that.
All right.
Now finally you have those that you know, are baddies but might be unemployed or might be
unemployed.
No comment. But every guy here understands what I'm talking about. Damn it! Half of you have not dated the girl that is your type. Let's just say that.
So what's your type, Michael?
Better tread carefully.
My type.
Better tread carefully.
My type.
Don't come and describe.
No, I got a type.
No, you have a lot more.
Don't come and
No, you see.
Well, hold on.
If you keep talking like
Don't
this, everyone, you have to.
excuse me. Don't describe somebody at home because you're not trying to hurt someone's feelings.
No. I'm being real.
Okay, just give me like a.
Honestly, I don't have a type, but I look at certain personality traits. Like for example, now, like if we're gonna be like, serious, like
You know how to say I like
can you
your
be-
personality.
Can you be? Obviously, the physical has to be there.
Yeah,
in
what's
terms of
physical?
physical, I don't have because sometimes it's bum, sometimes it's breast.
But you know
sometimes-
what
one.
we said. That's what we said about them being sexual. Well, Michael is somebody who likes to get to know people first, and usually people that are like that, yeah, they can have a physical spec, but sometimes getting to know the person
Is what brings your attention.
is what takes it to the next.
Can I be
level.
honest? Because
Yeah.
if it's just physical, and I'm sure you can relate as a guy, if it's just physical, by the time I bust a nut, let's be real, if we're just gonna have
Personal
sex,
clarity.
you're not exactly. It's
So you
like,
don't have
why-
spec when it's just physical. When you just want to fuck, there's no spec.
Even when I just want to fuck, like you
be honest.
have to be comfortable. Like, can I at least be when I bust a nut, like look at you and say, okay,
Yeah, but
like
yeah,
yo,
but
at least
so
it's
you're
good,
agreeing,
it's
so you're
calm.
agreeing with what I'm saying, where you have to get to know them a bit before you.
Shouldn't everybody get to know somebody before you sleep with them? Why are we
Not
making
really.
this
You
sound-
know why? Because
Nigga.
people pay for sex,
Drop your
and the
pants.
people you're paying.
It's not. We're not talking about pay.
No,
for
I'm
sex.
giving an example.
We're just
People
talking about
pay for
fucking and
sex.
going home.
The person you are paying for sex, you don't know them from anywhere. Sometimes you take them back home. Sometimes you take them to a hotel, but you don't know them from anywhere. Again, I've never had to.
Oh yeah,
like,
he's
pay
the
for
cuddle
sex.
after sex kind of guy. That's why.
Have you ever seen me cuddle, or have we ever cuddled? in that?
Have we been
We've
in
never.
It's a
we've
question,
never-
Halima.
Because
Halima, has he ever cuddled you?
No. 'Cause
Has he
you know-
ever cuddled
you? know
you?
when some
Yeah,
girls-
so
you
why
know when
you
some
asking
girls,
me
you know when
that,
some
though?
girls will just say, "Yeah, like, have we been in the bed together? You go see me cuddle."
I don't know.
Have you been in the
Do I
bed
like
together?
to cuddle?
In the bed
Do I
together.
like to cuddle? Yes. Is it every girl you gonna cuddle with? Hell no.
Oh, so she's right a little bit.
No,
Okay,
who
fair
doesn't? So you've never.
But why are you being
anybody-
defensive
No,
about
no,
of course,
that? But
of
you
course,
initially
of
said
course.
you
It's
want to
just
look at
something-
their face.
it's
But
just-
some people just want to bounce off,
So
wear
you know
their
how,
pants
like,
and
you know how
leave.
sometimes
I don't
you
want to
say-
look into your eyes. I don't want to look into your eyes.
Yeah. Okay. So
Wait, so time out. So I have to
This
ask
is
a
a- this
question.
is a toxic-
So
this is a toxic
when
baby
you
out
have,
I'm
so
not
let me ask you a
toxic,
question for you
please,
guys.
I like
I just want
love
to
and
understand how you guys
romance.
are. When you guys have sex now, right? Because you're saying, well, I don't need to.
I don't
know
have
them.
sex. Sorry. So this discussion is between two of them.
When
Go
you
on.
have sex, you
I
guys
do.
don't look at each other because it's an intimate thing. That's
So you
why.
be looking into each
That's why I
other's
don't
eyes.
understand some people when they say, "Oh, kissing is more intimate than sex."
So you
I'm
look
like,
into each
the other
other's-
side. When you have sex, you go.
But you know, if I now say this nigga is the tender.
No, let me have a word for it.
I feel like I'm
He's a
somebody.
passionate nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
he's a
I'm
passionate
somebody
nigga.
that's
Yeah,
nice
the
to look at.
R&B
No,
nigga.
I feel like I'm somebody that's nice to look
So
at.
because
So
they're
she'll
nice
look,
to look at.
and
When
vice
I'm done,
versa.
I
I
should
want
be
a
looking at
nice
you.
babe that if I look, you be like, God damn, this that sexy ass motherfucker I'm with.
But yeah,
So it's
this
for your
sexy
ego-ish?
ass-
It's not ego.
this
It's like I
that
also appreciate
sexy
it.
ass can
Oh, yeah.
just be on a
So I should be with
physical-
somebody I can't look at your face. Just going like this.
Nobody said. Nobody.
Or
said,
give her a paper
calm
bag.
down.
I only heard that happens. Never personally experienced
But
it.
nobody said
Putting in a disclaimer.
Being with somebody fine,
No.
being with somebody fine has nothing to do with
Actually,
when
yeah.
they open their mouth.
Yeah,
You get?
because I've had people
Yeah,
who
like-
were not my physical spec, but they were everything I would want in personality. They speak well, they everything. So,
So smash?
so yeah, and actually not just
So you were
smash.
attracted to but there was a physical standpoint or
Of
standard.
course,
Nobody
naturally.
said, but well, how are we arguing about that? Nobody is disagreeing with that. But yeah, basically saying just because this person is fine, it must mean you must cuddle after.
No, of course not.
So why can't you just fuck and leave?
There's some that does happen. But what I'm saying is, in terms of
Why
my
giving me
natural
evil eye?
preference,
Oh, this is
Yeah.
not
my
evil.
natural
This is
preference,
sinister.
I would want to be with somebody I can do that with. Now, does that mean every girl I'm with I do
Yeah,
that
but
with? No.
obviously, if you're actually fucking somebody regularly, if somebody is on your rotation and stuff, but we're talking about random one-offs.
Rotation. Oh,
How
one off.
do you-
Oh,
yeah.
one. Oh, baba.
Exactly. Of
What's-
course, nobody. Why would you want to constantly
Maybe cuddle
have
for a little, like
somebody
it-
who you don't like, or you? Of course, I think this happened when he started talking about. When we were talking about spec, and then he now said, "Oh, some people are hot, but then they open their mouth, and that's
But-
how we evolved."
So,
into
question.
this.
By the way, they're still going to come for you for that later. So
No,
good
no,
luck with that,
yeah.
bro.
and when
Good
I
luck
met,
with that,
and
bro.
here's my question: is like, for example, even if it's just a casual thing, let me ask you
Yeah.
guys, if it's a casual thing, unless it's a case you're saying once you smash, you are out the door. Now, if it's a case like that with the girl now, most times it ain't with the girl that I'm going to be continuously seeing.
So how do you?
If it
So
was
my
the
question
girl I was
originally was,
seeing,
how
I
are you
ain't
going to say
rushing
it?
out.
So how are you going to say? How are you going to? Okay, you've seen this girl. She's physically attractive. She's okay. You want to. You know that what you want to do is smash. That's how we got here. That's how we got here. You know that you want to smash. You can't date her. You know, sometimes you can just see like, yeah, I
Well,
can't
we
date
gonna
this girl.
have
But you want to smash. How are you going to tell
Getting
her?
into character right now.
Oh yeah, get into character, please. Get into character. Use me or use her. I mean, you can use me. I'm still good looking.
No, I don't want to use her because she's
Eh,
she go fight.
She go fight back.
I swear. I was like, okay.
I'll feel the tension.
Okay.
By the time I say, "What's up? What's this?"
Yes. What are you looking for here?
No, I mean, like if we go out now,
Alima,
see
you
a
have a
girl-
bad reputation
Now,
here.
for me,
I don't have a bad reputation.
I would
I'm
know.
so-
Like for
I'm so
example, like
darling.
again, me and him. In fact, let me first say that speak for him. I feel like we're good-looking niggas. You get what I'm saying? And in Lagos, that's a con because when you're a good-looking guy in Lagos,
Yeah, they believe
there are
that,
already so
yeah.
many.
They watched you very well as a child. You're very confident. Like
It's not
I feel
confident,
like
I
no, so
believe
I
it.
mean,
feel
we're
like
good
relax,
looking.
relax,
What?
relax. Both of you need to calm down. I feel, especially Michael. Maybe because I follow you, so all the time I always Michael's like, I'm a fine boy. On my lips, on my this. I'm a good
When
looking
last
nigga.
did I ever
As a good
see-
looking nigga, as a bearded nigga, as a. That's
When-
you
when-
are how many times?
Today
Let's
you must
go and
send me.
check your
You must
TikTok.
send me 5 posts. You must send me 5 posts of it.
You'll be like, yeah, I know. I'm one of the good looking niggas. Calm
I'm
down
removing you from close
now.
friends. Because this is close friends talk right now. This is not public. This is
Relax.
close friends talk.
It's
So
good though. It's good to have the
Are you not a
confidence.
good-looking woman?
Of course not. Have you seen me, nigga? But the thing is, at the same time, how many times on this podcast have I said, Michael has said good looking at least 4 times in the past 30 minutes, yes or no?
Because
Even you two said you said
Because
it. You
ag-
not today.
How?
you
Why
two-
am I in it?
You'll be saying, oh yeah,
Why am I in it?
I'm good looking, babes. Actually,
I've not.
But you know, when we
Relax.
say that, we're saying it like to ourselves, not like to gas girls or say, "Oh, girls tell us." It's like you said, you're right. You're right in what you said. Like, there's a confidence, and even me, when I look in the mirror, I feel like out of the average guy, at least they go look at me and say, "Ah, he did okay, sha."
not him trying to dumb me down. I say, "They okay." After he's good looking.
This is
But
why you
anyway,
don't want to use an example. I get it.
So, like
I
told
get
you
it.
now.
Please,
I'll go out.
let's
By
go.
the time we go out, of course, every guy would know. You go out, you see the girl you like. Obviously, you're probably going to see her before she sees you, or it could be vice versa.
Oh, yeah,
now, by the
yeah.
time
No,
we
you
lock
see her before
eyes-
she sees you. Well, let me keep quiet. Continue.
Now, if we lock eyes now,
Yeah.
there's a way we're going to look at each other that is like, I'm trying
Okay,
to
so you're gonna do a lot of preempting before. Like, there's
preempting.
gonna be some-
As per
I'm
I
tactical.
fucking-
I'm tactical, baby.
Okay,
So by the
okay,
time we now
okay.
lock eyes and I finally talk to you, we're gonna
Yeah.
have that conversation, get to
Okay.
know each other. Now tonight, let's say it's like you say, it's a night thing.
Get to know each other.
No, we're gonna talk there, and then from there, let's
No,
say,
they have to
let's
have
say
that
the night.
sit in the car and talk.
Yeah,
Oh. This one,
It's not.
Mr. Demisexual. Continue.
it kills me, but
Get to know each other.
yeah.
Prices have been going. I've not been doing that.
Oh, shit.
I cannot-
Oh shit, one strategy out the window. But yeah, go on. Okay, so go on.
By the time we do that now,
Okay.
okay, you're gonna say, let's go out tonight. Let's go somewhere.
Okay.
In Lagos, most times that's how it happens. By the time we go out, now if we have a good vibe and all that,
Mm-hmm.
from going out, that's when you know, like, what are you doing after? That's why I said there's not too much talk. You go talk, but by the time you say, what are you doing after?
Oh my
If she's
God.
down, she gonna.
Oh my god, you know what happened? There was this guy. Speaking of casual, random things and stuff. I actually asked this guy. I was like, "What are you doing later?" And he said, "You." And we did
And that
each
was
other.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? Hold on first.
See?
So I think the problem is that we're speaking to someone who literally advises on how to have good sex. So it's not good ground for the typical things we experience on the streets.
No,
of
but the
Lagos.
funny thing is,
because
I'm
you
sure
tell a girl,
But I do
you tell a girl,
know
you tell a girl, and she'll just be like, oh my god, yes.
Are you saying- are you
wait, why
saying
you say
that-
you've never done
really?
something
No,
like that?
That's different.
So
now.
H&M
I've
Never
never
done
Let's
something
not
like
use
that.
me, please. Don't use me.
No,
Nigerian
don't use me.
women, are
Wait,
you
what,
trying
have
to
you
say
ever
none
done
of
something
y'all
like
are
that? Yes or
assertive
no?
when
Of
it
course I
comes to
have.
sex?
So
I don't know.
no.
My point is this. Hold on. This is where we're. Okay, I see that I say hold on a lot. Fair
You
enough.
do.
I
You do be saying hold on.
All right. But I mean, I do need you guys to hold on. Anyways,
Alright, well, listen.
so my point is, you see, you were right when you said women do get horny. But you see, there's a stigma, and women still encourage it, saying that, you're just asking me for sex. Oh, there's nothing for me. It's just, they make it seem like they can't just want the sex. The guy is offering just the sex, and that's what everybody wants, and you just go home and have it. It always has to be some kind of gymnastics. Maybe the guy has to lie a little. I mean, that's why you find a lot of guys also lying and saying, no, they want more.
And I hate that.
But that's one
so
side. That's
fucking
one
much.
side. Yeah, that's one side. But you see, the thing is, yes, I have done it. To answer your question, I have flirted. In fact, I think naturally that's what I can flirt easily, right? And by virtue of that, I've had different scenarios of these kinds of conversations. So I've definitely had the, oh, what are you having after this? You kind of thing, you know. Now, women will find it charming, but she will find it charming if she already finds you attractive, right?
Definitely.
Now, if she's still in the place where she's not sure if she finds you attractive, it could also be that maybe you're meeting her when another guy just annoyed her, right? So, but that's a separate scenario entirely. So let's just say things are going
You know
normal.
what?
You just said a valid point.
You
In
know?
terms of, you see why we keep saying good
Yes.
looking, because what he just said is
But
true.
you know what? You know that meme about flirtation versus harassment.
You see what I'm saying?
So
There's, and that's why I put that scenario
guy,
in.
if you're a good looking guy,
Yeah.
you're more than likely going to get away with those kind of things now.
Yes.
That the casual
So are you trying to
sex
say-
thing-
So yes, there's a
Are
plus
you
to
trying to
that.
say it's hard out here for the ugly niggas? Is that what you're trying to say?
So that I guess people have what they used
What
to
you're
play
trying
with.
to say?
Because guys that are not that good looking
They
sometimes
not
use
use
money
money
to get
and-
yeah.
I
So
mean, I can't be talking.
Or
I've
swag.
seen
Or
some
swag.
guys that almost
So
the day
now-
people. I say,
but you see the thing is,
I say, babe,
but again, it's
let me-
still
let
do
me-
girls
let me
still accept
school
it on the
you.
first discussion? Oh yes, fine. I understand that what you want to do is just sleep with me. I'm okay with that. Let's go back to your place.
So the thing is, if you came on the first discussion, that whole, and I always find it kind of weird when people say, oh, when they see somebody, they know, I want to date you, or I want to just.
I
fuck
don't
you,
think
I
that's-
want to
for me,
do
it doesn't
this."
work
Or
that way.
It's even worse when someone say, I want to marry this one. Get the fuck out of here. But
I saw you the first time I saw you. I knew I'll
think
marry you.
that approaching casual sex with a very, proactive mindset is like, okay, this babe, all I know is that this ass, my face must be in there today. I think that you still have to recognize that for a lot of people, these people are strangers to you, right? And so, yes, there's the purity culture aspect of, oh, men just want to use you for sex, and there's, what's that? Why are you laughing at
there's a
purity
story I really don't want to say, but I know a lot of guys, whether they want to fucking admit it or not, will understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna let you
so
finish and
after
then go.
yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
Anyway,
All right.
as I was saying, so there's that aspect of it where, as a woman, they've drummed this in a lot of us's head where it's like, oh, you can't be too easy. He has
You
to
have to
chase
play hard to
you. Your
get-
worth is
yeah,
tied to
exact-
sex.
So these are
And
the
I
things,
always
yes?
speak against all of this nonsense. It's a lie. It's a scam. If he fucks you today, fucking what's his name? Steve Harvey, 90-day rule. Don't put out for 90 days. All of that dance. Unfortunately, there's so much of a dance that happens around sex, which is unnecessary. Like, yes, and it's so crazy that someone can be chasing a baby. You take her on dates. You spend money. You do
By the
this.
time
you
you
do
bust
that
that nut,
and you bust that nut, and you're just like, okay.
Fuck it.
on to
And
the
that's
next-
why women always say that, oh, he didn't keep
on
the
to
energy.
next
wasn't
one. Exactly,
consistent,
but it's because I understand that, yes, in some ways, it's because you didn't have the space or you didn't feel safe enough to just say this is what you wanted.
Okay.
But at the same time, even if that's what you wanted, I believe in slow build. Even when men try to enter my Instagram, I'm like, some people come, hi, I've gone through your page, I want to get to know you, please. Who are you? You're still a stranger to me. Do you understand? So for you to come to me as someone I don't know
And expect immediate attention.
It's
Yeah.
weird. And for you to even declare your intentions like that on the first day without any sort of energy from me.
But
So it's
does
one
that not
thing-
relate to what I was saying
So
about getting to know each other to an
of-
extent?
That's why I said that. I understand that there has to be that for you to be
Build
direct.
up.
Yes, there has to be some form of reciprocity from my side. You can't
Yes.
just come on it. That's why I said, how are you asking them that you want to be casual partners and stuff? And sometimes excuse me, you discover what you want to do with someone as you get to spend time with them, right? You go on dates or you hang or you whatever. But there's some people that I always say, like, I choose who. I can't remember the last time anybody, and sorry to all the niggas that have been chasing me, I can't remember last time anybody toasted me from scratch. I choose the niggas that I'm going to do stuff with. I call myself a sniper. I will come at you myself. Or back in the days, I used to do strategic positioning. I know how 1 blow 7, dissect leg, and all of them will come at you. You think you move to
I
me.
hate that we give women this power because
Do you
we give
get-
women this power.
but the
When
thing-
they say that, oh yeah, I will get you.
You ain't gonna
Yeah.
get- if I don't want you to
If I
get
really
me,
don't
if
want
I
you,
don't want you
it's
to
not-
get.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Because I'm gonna say my story. Let's say right now. There's some ladies they work. I can't lie, but there's some I know.
No, of course, the thing is, it's not
Self-awareness.
I don't. My own success rate, we thank God, but it's because of me. It's because of who I am. A whole haram chocolate,
Oh
your
my
daddy.
goodness.
Can I
Okay.
ask you guys a question? I was gonna say
Yeah.
the story real quick.
Yeah.
This is one story that I don't want to say, but this is menisms, and that's why I say we're going to help a lot of guys
All right.
out. You see,
All
this casual sex thing, and why I say it's good to ask questions because
Mm-hmm.
you said it off. I think you said off camera, even on camera, about how I moved to. Even though I've been in Lagos since I was 17, there's some parts I may not have experienced or I rushed in it.
Yeah,
So I'll be
yeah.
honest. When I first came, this was one experience that I know guys have been through. You go to the club, You meet a girl.
I already know the story. Jesus Christ.
You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, go on.
I don't
Go
know
on.
You meet a
Go on.
baddie now that you guys are vibing, you have drinks, alcohol is hitting, what you doing after? I want to follow you to yours now. Say less, bad babe.
And then what she says 40K or what?
No, she doesn't even say, in fact, I'm going there. You get home now. Nobody has said anything.
Nobody has said anything.
You get home. Would you like to shower? Shower. Would you like to eat? Eat. Would
Be
you like to
comfortable.
smoke?
Yeah, nice.
Smoke.
So
Be comfortable.
No, if I bring a girl to my
Shower,
house,
eat,
if I bring a girl to my
smoke.
house,
No, those are, I mean,
I
standards.
actually
So
don't
at that point-
like post club raps.
So I was going to get, so even with that now, so by the time you do all that, you lay down, you now smash. Probably even sleep. In the morning, it's time for her to go. You now get that fucking question. How far?
So this is funnier to me because the word how far won't have registered to you because you're like,
It's either how far,
How far was-
or what's up, or are you not going to, you start getting those kind of...
some can even be direct and say, so are you transferring?
Wow.
This is the
Crazy.
time, men, if you understand, that's why I said, guys will understand, and you will not even see it coming, and guess what? You're now put in a very dangerous position.
Of course.
Because
She
like
can't
I
go
said,
anywhere. She
You're
doesn't
in
have
your
anything to
house.
lose.
You're in your house. If she decides to switch the story, because as guy, I'm just saying as a guy, what
That
you're
she
thinking.
assaulted her.
You're
Exactly.
now panicking because if I don't do it, what will she do?
She'll tell you that she'll call the police and say that you assaulted her and you are locking her up in your house.
That's one scenario of many.
Yep.
So you see why I said like the casual set, at least in this environment, it's also very tricky for guys now because some girls now are coding it like, oh, I'm down for it, but then once they trap you in your house,
In fact, when it seems like she's agreeing too easily, I've never paid for sex in my life.
So how can you relate to that story?
Because I hear it a lot.
What's
So
the
I've
highest
been
amount you
in
paid?
situations where
What's
so,
the highest amount
so
you paid?
I've only that one time. That's what I said. That situation, I ain't gonna lie to you, because I was scared. I didn't, like I said, it was too Lagos new.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
How much?
It wasn't. I can't remember. It wasn't lost because even me.
can't
No,
remember.
no. Honestly,
Okay.
let me be honest, because I panicked. But at the same time, my own panic is not like, oh, I'm supposed to do whatever you want. You go use sense and just sit down like, okay. We had to just figure out the situation. Because in the end, it's not like that kind of situation doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. But it's just because we're in Lagos, you're in my house, I'm just panicking about my own house and safety that I'm like, oh, mom, make I just do something small that this girl doesn't go too crazy. After
So I
that,
guess
block your ass.
a plus for me is that I've never taken anyone from like an event or a party or whatever, and then we go back home, go back to my place. I've never had that. Never.
Ever.
Never.
Ever.
Are you
In your
never had
30
that?
years.
This how you.
I've never had
He
In
that.
does
your
not have
30
house. So
Exactly, guys. I don't have a home.
this nigga they live for in car.
I don't have a home. Yes. Wait, in fact, I
I'll
don't.
defend my guy. He
I
get a
don't-
house.
I
He
don't
get
have
house.
a
His
home.
sense. His sense. He has house.
I don't get bitches. Anyways, okay, no. So I've never had to. I've never been in that scenario. That's one.
Why do you
Two.
pull bitches now?
Me.
You've never.
Why did you think so? Who gave you that impression?
Wait. So how come you've never closed a deal in one day?
I never said I haven't closed the deal.
So you've never seen somebody at a place. Hey, see,
I never said I haven't closed the deal
Ah.
in one day. What I said is that I've never gone out to like a night party, seen a babe, and then take her back to my place.
Ever.
Never, not once.
Day party?
What are the reasons?
Wait. Day party?
Someone cast
Day party.
He said
I-
day party.
Day party, not my house though. Still,
I talk him.
not my house though. Still.
I talk him. He's like,
But
I
that's-
can't take because I've not
that's-
messaged my guy
that's-
that he should leave the key under the mat based on I bring babe tonight. But
No.
I
So
mean,
Wait, even
I don't know if- I don't
I was
know if
about
anyone
to say
does,
uni,
but go
but that was covenant.
Uni-
so
so first of all,
the same.
let me tell you,
It's not the
my
same.
uni life was not. I think I only started living whatever uni life was supposed to be after uni.
Can I say
Oh,
uni
you're a
is
late
like
bloomer.
uni regular?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
uni
am a
people-
little. I dated my entire
Do
university
you, do,
time.
do you
so
know how bad uni was?
I don't
for
believe
us?
anyone should date in university.
I also
Why?
agree. No, she's right. I don't think so.
I don't
either.
think so. Please,
I
play
think
and
I'm like this
explore.
now because I
Especially
dated
when
throughout
people
uni.
date 2 years, 3 years. Like, oh, I've dated someone from 15 to 20.
That was
I
me.
think
That
it's
was me. I
healthy.
did it from
Do you
16
know I
to
think it's
20.
healthy because there's some things it's
What, to
sometimes
keep you
good
out
to
of
learn.
trouble?
No, not even that. I mean, you learn some things early that, let's say, it doesn't work out. But obviously, every relationship you hope works out. But if it doesn't work out, you learn some things early in a young age where a lot of immaturity
Well,
is still there
it's
compared
too-
to late. Like for example,
it's
heartbreak.
too
When I went
young.
through my first heartbreak, I dated girls. I've had a girlfriend once in uni and all that, and even that heartbreak was small. You understand? So I understood. But then my first real relationship wasn't until I was an adult. And when I felt the effects of that shit after, I was like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Compared to if I
agree.
experienced it younger, who knows? Maybe because I went through the heartbreak early.
Also, I don't think so. I don't think that heartbreak is irrespective of age or
No,
how
it's
many
not.
times
It's not.
you
It
No,
can
of
happen
course,
at
yeah.
any age.
Each
But what I'm
one
just
is
saying,
Let,
is
as in, be familiar with the emotions.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because when you're familiar with the emotions, you're familiar with your
it's like,
recovery.
for example, at 28,
my
there's
recovery,
no reason at
my
20.
recovery, I thought I was better at heartbreak recovery when I was younger, but I was just more hard and more cold, and I would just shake it off. I'm like,
Which is
why am I
fair, which
crying?
is fair.
Oh my God forbid.
is
But
fair.
now I feel things more because I'm more in tune with my emotions and I deal with things healthily and stuff.
Fair enough.
So I don't think that. I think that being in a relationship really deprives you in uni as well from a lot of
But you
experience.
just,
Yes,
but
and I
that's your
agree.
point.
And
See,
that's-
that's her point,
so
though. She
that's
just said
me.
it. You were younger when you were hard and all
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
because you went through
But I
those
was
experiences-
single.
Yeah,
For
sure. single.
sometimes,
So,
some of the time,
look at-
She's a
see.
unicorn.
I'm just
She's a
saying.
unicorn.
So-
I'm
so the
just
thing is-
saying,
so the
yeah,
thing
I'm
is-
just
so the-
saying that you shouldn't just date in your entire university.
And I
or
agree.
da,
So
da,
because
yeah.
a lot of my experiences including that,
Go
so
and
I didn't have a
play,
lot of
make
those
out, do
until
things,
after
like,
uni.
what the
But
party,
nonetheless, I still
enjoy.
I still never experienced that. Take somebody back home kind of thing. Day party, I think, maybe we had sex at the party, right? That kind of thing. But I've never
She
had
does
a
not have anywhere to take you after, but continue.
exactly. Remember, guys, I don't have a home. So
At the thing. Sorry, wait. What the fuck does that mean? At the thing.
at the party, yes, we
How?
find it was a house party. It was a house party, so I found a room.
During the day.
Yes, during the day. So, anyways, that's beside the point.
Anyway.
Now,
Not him trying to be like, which one was this?
anyways, please don't kill me. So now here's where I'm getting at. I've never had to get to a situation where I've had to pay anyone because I too actually do have to know the person a little bit. Just that sometimes I'm in circumstances where I don't get it, like the house party one. I've known the person too. So that house party one was different because the house party was, those kind of house parties that the group of the people, the kinds of people that are there, like the kind of party is determined by the kinds of people that are there. So, and I think the party was even in Ikoyi
So
or
you
something
feel like
like that.
it's
So
a general safe demographic for you to move mad like that or do something.
yeah, so it's
spontaneous like
so it's
that.
almost like that kind of
So
party
if
to
it's-
find someone that is saying, "Are you going to like?" It was almost
So,
unlikely.
but then that house party you went to, was it a small or big house party?
It was a smallish.
So
it was
what
like
if you're okay? One of my house before.
oh yeah. So
Disclaimer,
this is what you're encouraging.
disclaimer because my house parties are not like this.
Casting.
However, I'm just saying, give my
Why
house party that has
disclaimer?
200.
Why disclaimer? So
No.
what if you fuck at a house?
No,
party?
they have, but I don't want to say it's my one zone now every time.
Anyways, that's
If there's
okay.
200, 300
Yeah,
people at
yeah.
a house party, no, like,
200 people at a house.
you never been
party.
to my house party, baby?
Oh yeah,
No.
they definitely.
Oh, you gonna
yeah,
have a
yeah.
good time,
Okay, no,
don't
in this Lagos. Okay,
200
in
people.
this
So
Lagos.
the one that
Yes,
the house I
yes,
usually
yes,
come to,
yes.
something like that.
That
Now,
happened.
that
Okay, so
the
I would
energy,
never-
Everybody is like,
I would never.
Really?
I would
How come?
never. So again, I guess it's only okay. Well, I'm saying this now because I've heard the Shege stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some even closer to home, where if it's not me, it was my brother. That kind of thing, right? You get so it's not that it's just stories that I'm just hearing just in the air. Sometimes I've had to even build them out where they've had those issues and it's like, oh my god, I beg, can you just help me send a little something? I need to sort
Okay.
this out now. This baby's saying this, but it's never happened to me. But I've had situations where I think for me, my own more common one is just, this body language you spoke about earlier. That's where I have the problem. Because I also I'm not direct, and I'll be honest with that. I'm not the kind of person to say, oh, I just want to sleep with you, and no.
Yeah,
Lagos
and-
women
and
would
the-
hardly have that.
Yeah, it's not even about hardly having that. There's just it's not everyone you can just talk to like that.
Of course, I
but
agree.
there are sometimes. So like I said, Sha, me, I can't.
So
always
there are
use-
people. I think that's the argument that there actually
there-
are
there
people who would.
Yeah, there are definitely people. It's the same way
I feel
now.
like
One
everybody in
somebody who
Lagos is
entered my
pretentious.
rotation, it was from me saying, I always do this thing about transfer window. I'm like, oh, transfer window is open. I posted on my story, send your applications and stuff.
But
This,
then
this,
question,
this,
can I-
this.
Can
Yeah.
I ask an honest question? I respect it so much. I've told you this. Like
Yeah.
the way she says this transfer window, I'm like, hell no. That's why I say is that ego or pride in me. Call it what you want. That's God forbid a girl tell me I'm on your transfer list. Right? Like in me.
Bro,
it's
it's
me.
like,
It's me.
I'm
It's,
phasing
me.
out
It's
the
you that's
old
on my
niggas.
transfer
I'm
list.
I have-
phasing out
I have
the
no
old-
issues
But you
with
see,
that.
that's annoying
I
because
have no issues with
now
that.
now you're basically saying that you're having an issue with women being assertive about sex.
No. A woman, see, that's why I
No,
say
he's
there's
just saying
some-
he's talking
there's-
about
there's-
how
you don't want to- you don't
so
want
you know
to
how
have
they
it
say
number
there's
three.
He's talking
you know
about how
they
you
say-
handle
you know how
it.
they say there's jokes and hints of truth. My hints of truth is that when we're single, go and date. I've had it. You go and date me, date somebody neither tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I don't need to be pushed in my face.
That's
The same way
so
I'm
how
not
you're
gonna-
handling it.
I'm not going to push, oh, I'm with this girl today in your face.
It's like me being at home now, right? And
Wait,
then
but
the girl
wait,
that's
hold on,
leaving,
hold on,
the girl
hold on.
that's
Let's say-
leaving.
let's say we just
As she's
smashed
leaving,
yesterday.
as she's
Tranquilo.
leaving, there's somebody at the
Another one
door.
coming
waiting
just
for
like
me.
that.
But we're talking about casual sex now. You're
Yeah.
the one that say you want to smash and go. What is your business with which?
No, but that's the thing. How you handle it?
It's
Okay,
how
no,
you handle
look at
it.
it like this.
So
Like
you
I
want me
said,
to feed you?
No, so
bath
no, look
you,
at it like
and
this.
then, oh,
Look
baby,
at
come.
wait, hold on. Look at it like this, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm having casual sex with this girl now, and
Yeah.
maybe she stayed the night, right? And then she's going in the morning. Now, normally I wouldn't say that somebody else is coming. I wouldn't say that, right? But if it's imminent that the person's actually on the way already. Now, this is how you are saying you handle it. You are saying, "Oh, sorry, can you get your things together and get ready, please? My next person in the rotation is actually outside."
Why do I need to do that though?
Because the person is looking like they're too relaxed to leave, and you have to let them know.
No, obviously now, just because you're that open doesn't mean that you lack tact or you don't see.
Okay, so what would you do in that situation? Like your next person's coming.
You just boost them and be like, "Yo, I need to do this."
So you find you won't tell them the next person is coming.
I don't think it's necessary.
You don't think?
So that's what.
Wait. Meaning that there's a chance.
I love what you're doing.
Meaning there's a chance.
I love what you're doing.
I don't think it's necessary to do that. So it's how, okay, at the end of the day, it's not your business what I'm doing.
Of course.
If we're
naturally.
having a casual relationship, I don't need to say my mother, my this, my that.
Of course.
That's
Of course.
to know.
But that's so because I'm now saying, oh, transfer window is open, and you know that you're inside the rotation. Then
What I'm saying,
story,
okay, if we smash, like you said, okay, vice versa, because I love what she's doing. Because that's why I say with men and women, the rules are not the same.
Yeah,
because
they aren't
if
actually.
I smash a chick today, let's say we had a good time, bam, tomorrow, transfer this up in my own story as a man now. Even women I'm not smashing are still going to come. If you notice that, like, they are going to come for me, that even the girls I want to move to be like, is
wow,
it not you that has
typical
all these
Lagos
girls?
man.
You have all these girls on your roster.
You don't have the capacity to deal with that shit.
You
Look,
don't have the capacity.
Yes.
You do, but the thing is, you guys don't
I'm
have
not
the
even sure that's the
capacity
conversation you want to
handle
have.
it.
no, I don't believe that. I actually
do you know
don't
why I
believe
keep
that.
bringing up?
I don't
this
think
thing
you
about
wanna
pretty
have
boy?
that
Okay, perfect
conversation.
example why I brought up this pretty boy thing again. There's so many girls, whether you all want to admit it or not, subconsciously when they see good-looking guys,
The first thing is, I'm sure you have plenty
yeah,
women.
plenty girls.
What does that even mean?
First of
It's a
all,
show.
It's not an insecurity thing. The thing is, unfortunately,
We didn't say it's insecurity though.
I did.
No, you just
okay,
said
okay,
you
okay,
just
I
said
didn't hear it.
insecurity. The show was it?
No,
you?
it was me,
Okay.
it was me.
Okay.
The thing is, we're not starting from the same
Plain.
field.
Okay.
Everyone already assumes that men are on the what's it called? Is it defense or offense? Who is the one that's
Hunting.
yeah, you're on the
Offense,
offense.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys are the one that
Okay.
is already hunting for babes and stuff.
Okay.
So of course people say, "Oh, I'm sure you have," because they assume that babes are moving to you. And let's not act like you guys don't know when babes are moving to you.
So
Don't
can you not
act
say
as
it's
if-
vice versa too? When same way if an attractive
Oh,
girl
I'm
now,
gorgeous, stop.
if an attractive girl now, same thing. How do I know niggas are not moving to you? Or
course
you're
they-
not entertaining them.
Of course I'm entertaining them. What's your business? Because it's casual.
So what's your
sex.
business
Our
about me?
Imagine if every
no,
guy that
no,
talked to you said
the
that.
thing
I'm
is,
sure you
hold
have so
on.
many guys.
Exactly.
They do,
It's
but they
annoying.
do say that. But they
But
do
you
say
find
that
it
all
annoying,
the
don't you?
fuckers- Yes. I'm
So-
not
so
saying,
that's what-
nobody is not saying it is annoying. But
Okay.
does that stop me from fucking who I want to fuck?
Would you
No.
fuck someone if they? But it gets tiring if that's actually all you
All
hear every time.
you hear.
I hear it all the time though.
And it
I
gets
hear all
tiring,
the
doesn't
time,
it?
But it still doesn't change what I'm doing. Do you get? And I've said it before. How you know how there's this babe that even put this thread about how I'm single because everybody assumes because I'm a fine girl, 1 million people are talking to me.
Okay.
And I've said it too. I'm like, look, I think that people go for who they want to go for. Even if me, I enter a relationship and I'm posting my man, the niggas that are still trying to smash will still enter my DM.
But
The
you
guys.
said the
Yeah.
point.
So wait, the guys
Yeah.
that said so these guys that said, I'm sure you have plenty guys. We used to smash after I said that.
Yes, now if I want to smash them,
So you see
Okay.
how, but then
So-
she's
I'll
in the
ask you, I'll
power,
say-
but women
I
are.
will literally say, so what's your business?
But then, Maria,
So
do you see the
that's you
difference?
dictating.
And I'll even say,
That's
oh,
you
what are you
dictating.
gonna
You see
do
the
about
difference?
it?
She's
Like-
still in the power.
But
She
that's
still
you
has
dictating
control.
because you're the one choosing.
So wait, basically, if a babe says, "Oh, I'm sure you have plenty,"
You have to
guys.
prove to her. You have to prove to her you don't.
So I was about to say
Really?
no. I
That's a
disagree.
fucking
I
lie.
disagree.
No.
I disagree to an extent.
No.
I get.
My life
Wait.
is
Hold on.
life.
Hear me out.
First of all, which baby?
Wait,
wants,
hold on.
I mean, okay. To be fair, there's a faction of babes that want guys that don't seem like they get bitches. That's why they say they want medium ugly. Me, I want the guy
That's
that
the most.
gets all.
And to all you girls that say
the
that
fucking
you
bitches.
can't
I
handle
feel
a
like
baddie as a man.
even when girls say that, I think the only time you need to prove it is if you guys are trying to be in a committed relationship or whatever. I just met you today.
I really need you to talk to a Lagos woman just once and see how this goes.
There are two things I want to say because I agree to your point and disagree to an extent. I agree whereby as a guy, naturally you have to still prove yourself. As a woman, you are the one that has the choice. In terms of those guys that are saying, I'm sure you have plenty babes. Now you go decide whether I'll entertain.
Exactly.
Me on the other hand, or him.
I have to be the one
guy,
convincing.
So you
Now,
feel
if it's a girl-
like
no,
them
for
saying,
me-
I'm sure you have plenty
No,
babes,
so
is
that's
them
what I was going. So
pushing
that's
you
what I'm about
back.
to say. That's
Yes,
wait,
that's
hold
what
on,
it
hold
is.
on. That's what I'm going to do two
So
parts.
what happens after?
Hold on, that's why I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
go
let
to
me
two
know.
parts. So there's two parts. Like
can
that's why I
say
said
that
I
about
don't
your
agree with him in one extent in terms of for me, I ain't proving myself to nobody. In terms of hold on, hear me out. There's some girls once they say that if I'm like what? Get the fuck out of here. Bye.
but that's
now,
now, right? Yeah,
that's
okay.
So
no.
you got
Even
bitches
then,
like that,
even
like,
then, even
bitches
then.
they chase you away, they fling
I
them.
guess so. But then the other half of it is if it's a girl I genuinely like and she's saying that, right, then I'm going to have to prove it to her that, yo, I'm actually not like this. So that's why I said it's 50-50 because in the end, we still have a choice.
So you see what I'm saying? You are still on the defensive when it comes to that.
No, but the thing about it is, I feel like at the end of the day, it is majorly inconsequential because it doesn't stop you from going after who you want. Yes, it's annoying to hear.
But it's stress.
But it
it's
doesn't.
the stress.
That
You
is
don't
the
have
stress
stress.
of
Once
it.
the guy says it to you, all you have to do is say is, okay,
Okay.
fine, I agree. He's like, okay.
Exactly.
Us, we are still, even that girl that says yes then and there, she's still going to come up and you'll be proving to her, no, the
That's
other
what I was
girls
trying
ain't
to
here.
say. You
That's
have
why
to
I said I agree
prove.
with him.
So you have to prove
But
that.
the
Oh,
thing-
I'm not this
but the
womanizer you
thing
think I
is-
am.
but the thing
Why do I have to do
is-
that?
Are you proving that you are not a womanizer because you are not a womanizer? Or are you proving that you are not a womanizer just to get some pussy?
So that's the thing. Why are you calling me a womanizer because I'm having casual sex?
No,
but that's what it is.
No, but it's an honest
See,
question.
the term womanizer, I'm arguing it because you are calling me a womanizer because I'm single and having
Do you
casual
know
But
sex.
you know, it's almost like when girls do the whole, don't let your girlfriend break my head, though.
It's not the same thing.
personally
No,
feel
it's not the
like-
same thing. It's not the
I
same thing.
personally feel like...
Don't let your
No,
girlfriend break
hold
my
on,
head
hold
is
on.
you're already in.
Hold on. That being said, of course, there are people who will choose not to sleep with you because they know that you'll be in the streets. And that's fair enough.
How do you know?
Are you not in the streets?
No.
I mean,
Look at
well,
look at his face like,
no. So
you're
hold
right.
on.
Wait, but
So, we started by saying that this assuming I'm in the streets is just by how I look. You don't even know anything.
God bless you.
You've hardly actually seen me
God
in the
bless
streets.
you.
So
But because you know
no-
I'm single.
Yeah, I understand that. But them saying, oh, yeah, I know that you have plenty babes.
Yes.
It just means that, okay, you get a lot of attention. Girls talk to you. Maybe you talk to babes.
Okay.
I feel like you guys are taking that thing deeper than what it is.
No.
There's,
Again,
I have
it's
people who have
experience.
told me that they liked how I look, but they already knew how to marry girls, so they didn't even try to give me the light.
And
of day at all.
Halima, you know you're
so
sa-
for you, it's the opportunity because that's paying you. Because
It's not
why?
necessarily opportunity cost, but that just tells me that I'm having to fight two battles now.
and then you
Because
need to
the
look at
first one is-
something.
But
You need
I'm
to look
having-
at
That's the
something.
price. It's like price of fame. It's the price.
No, Halima, you're
Because
not
I'm
looking
trying
at
to
one
have the same
aspect.
casual
You're
sex you're
saying this
trying
as
to
a
have.
woman, again, in terms of there are certain struggles I'm not going to understand as a woman, that I only see from the outside. Vice versa. Us guys, there are things you guys are seeing on a surface level. Even that little irritating shit we're talking about you don't have
But at
girls.
the same-
this,
at
there's
this-
still some guys that we don't want to, like, even already starting off that foundation that started off.
If you tell me that,
Even
that's
me-
I'm
so you're
done
telling me
already.
Every
I'm
guy
already
right
done.
now that's in the entertainment, let's even perfect example.
I
Every
mean,
guy
but
that's
fair
in
enough,
the
Sha, to be honest.
every guy
'cause,
that's in the
like, I
entertainment
wouldn't
industry right
really
now,
want
right?
to be with an
Every guy
artist.
that's in the entertainment industry right now, you are already thrown into the fire of that stereotype.
Yep.
No matter,
Because
there's no
no
evidence,
matter how you-
there's
yes.
no showing.
As
there's
far
no
as you're a
nothing.
celebrity, you did
Okay,
street.
Not even cele-
so let's talk solutions here, right? So what do you want? What do you want women to do?
It's called getting to know somebody. And so that's why I said I get to know people in terms of, look, if I want to be a womanizer, I can be, and that's fine. I will tell you. But if
What's
I
a-
don't-
what's a womanizer? Let's
That's
start
what I'm
with that.
going to
What's a
say because
womanizer?
that's you now having the defensive stance of people saying that to you is kind of
Derogatory.
Exactly, it's
Yes.
a bad thing, and so you have to either defend that you're not like that
because
Or
no,
not
no,
explain
because
yourself.
what
Or not
I'm
explain
saying,
yourself
yes,
because I
because
don't like
because that's what I'm
But
trying
you,
to get to.
because that's the thing is at the end of the day, womanizer is still subjective, right?
Yes.
And then it's the same way now. Same way you said, oh, you don't want me. You don't want to know that. Even if I'm a free babe or whatever, you don't want to know that I'm sleeping with 600 men and stuff. It's the same way too. Babes also don't want to know that you're sleeping with 600 people.
But
Do you
that's what we're
understand?
But if
saying,
you
but
don't
then-
want to
They say-
know, you're already starting the
You're already
conversation trying to
starting
find
trying
out.
to find out.
Yeah, because she's trying to protect herself.
From
Do you
what?
understand? From your other babes.
But then
And
if
the
there's no
thing is-
other babes, but
and
you're
if-
assuming.
Exactly.
What are the
What
what
other
are,
babes?
no,
You just assume
what
I have
are
other
the-
babes because I look
What
good.
are the odds of other babes?
Ah.
What are the odds of you not having other babes?
It can
We
be
don't
high
know
or
that.
low.
But
You know-
then
you know-
it's
you know what I
also
think. You
dependent
know what-
on
you know what-
she wants
you know
from
what
you
I
as
think.
well.
You know what I
If
think.
the girl wants to date you, if the girl just wants to sleep with you, she may not give a fuck.
That's
a
I
lie.
like that you brought that up
That's a
lie.
because
But
that's
if she
what I'm
wants to
getting at.
date you, then
The
that-
ones that
that's
want to
where,
sleep with
yes.
you do it the most.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this from
Yes.
personal experience.
You're
Now,
saying this
Okay.
again as a
Now-
woman from your perspective. Because
Exactly.
I keep calling you a unicorn because the average woman, especially in Lagos, if she wants to sleep with you, she's still going to ask those questions
She's
for
going
her
to-
own
let me tell
personal
you,
self.
she's going to
But then
present.
she's
Yes.
going to now
She'll
have a
present-
barrier.
see,
Say, can I handle
see,
this
see,
much
she'll
or not
present-
handle this
yes,
much?
because at the end of the day, it's the same way. Like I said, many babes will say, "Please, I don't want community because I don't like stress. I don't want this. I don't."
That's
want
not why
that
though.
and stuff." So
They
so
present
why?
themselves like it's not casual. That's where I'm getting at. Women don't present themselves like, oh yes, I want casual sex, but I hope it's not going to be messy. They do not present themselves like they want casual sex. They present themselves like, wow, so you're telling me that's all I'm worth?
Can I ask a question? Ooh, if it's casual sex, then
Mm-hmm.
if I smash you and I try and smash your friend now after, is it still no?
I mean, I'm not I'm not gonna give any comments on this particular
No,
argument topic
because
That
this is what she does.
'Cause-
Because
This
I've
one,
been
even
listening.
me.
She said casual
No
sex.
comments because
I
my
respect
own
that.
real
I respect
views
that. I
have got
respect
me
that.
in trouble many times.
I respect that.
My general stance on things when it comes to this whole if I've been with this person, it's
you
just
can't be with
casual.
this other person.
No, me, my own is can be. I feel like everybody's free game.
No, so for me too.
But for me,
too.
I've entered problem because of it. So
No, but I
I
don't mean
use
in
the
the past.
microphone.
I don't even mean in a past tense. I'm talking about in the week span.
Yeah.
1 week we meet on Monday.
Yeah.
Let's say we go Obi's house.
So,
we
yeah.
meet Obi's house and we smash after Obi's
And
house.
then you meet
Casual.
a friend, yes.
Yeah.
You meet the friend on Wednesday. Now you
Yes.
find out they're friends. If it's casual sex, is
Why
it
is
still
it-
allowed?
It's supposed to be. There
It
shouldn't
is,
be a
though.
problem with it.
So
There shouldn't be a problem with it.
There shouldn't be,
But
but
yeah,
exactly.
there's-
There
That's what
shouldn't
I'm-
be. Then there's no. Anyways,
But
we're going to end it
yeah,
like that because of
yeah,
time because
yeah.
that's another debate.
So what are we concluding on? Because I still don't agree that
And let's
women.
okay,
I
let's go
I
around-
still
let's go
don't
around-
agree.
Let's say a conclusion.
I don't
Let's go.
agree that women present themselves like they want casual sex. It is when you've gotten to know each other, you've had like sexual discussions that they can now talk about stuff like that, but they don't actually present themselves like that.
Alright, so
My
your
challenge
conclusion?
with you it's not really a conclusion. I feel like it almost sounds like men want to be able to say from day one, I just want to fuck
Not
you. And-
really.
yeah. So
Even after we are fucking casually, you are still acting like there should be more. That's where I'm having the problem.
but you know that even then we've had this conversation about what casual sex looks like for everyone is really different.
now we're
So-
talking.
Yeah,
it looks
so
that way
hold
because
on,
if
hold
that's the
on,
case-
hold on. Wait.
literally proving your point.
Wait.
Go ahead.
For some people, yes, we can be having casual sex, and I've had an episode about this on my podcast where I say design your sex life.
Okay.
I can have casual sex with this person; it's just casual,
Okay.
but we still do things together. I sleep over, excuse, and
I-
there's
I
some
don't see
people,
it-
yeah,
okay,
and there's some
okay.
people where there's casual sex,
Yeah.
but it's smash and go. Don't
Okay.
sleep over. Don't call.
I mean, the
don't do-
dynamics
don't- yeah,
can be different.
They can be different,
but the
right?
concept is still the same.
But then for you to get to that
So are
casual
you trying
sex
to say
level,
every single babe that you ever talk to, they all want to date?
No,
you?
I didn't
all
say-
Nigerian
I
women
mean,
want
when
to
I say
date.
Halima, you
But I
said
never
something
said
just
that.
now. You said if it's casual sex and I'm sleeping over, we do stuff together.
Yeah.
Did you not have to communicate to get to a level like that?
But of course you communicate. I don't understand what's the how is communication.
But you see,
a
let me
problem
tell you
here?
what the thing you just mentioned now. Let me tell you how it bites people like us in the back. Because then you're doing you go out sometimes, you hang out, sometimes you go to a party together, you can sleep over. Sometimes it's not even come over, you don't have sex.
That ain't casual
You just
sex.
chill. Now hold on, no. You just chill.
Yeah.
Do you know that you're gonna come around and say, so we're doing this, and this. Did you expect me to not catch feelings at some point? Now, this begs the question, so are you then saying I should not be a human being or be normal when we're having casual sex? Because that's another angle entirely. I don't think we have time to talk about that.
Definitely not. But as I've said, people act like that's the biggest fuck up in this life. Oh, because we're having casual sex, then I caught feelings.
No,
Then-
it's immaturity.
Then, yeah, because I'm having casual sex with you and I caught feelings, then something is wrong or I fucked up the situation. Yes, because sometimes two people.
I mean, technically, in most cases, you have.
Yes, I get that because one person might not be there with you, and then the other person is like, "Oh yeah, now what are we?"
No, no, it's more like
But-
the thought of you now being with somebody else is all of a sudden.
And
a
do you
problem.
know why
Yes,
that is?
but
Because
that's
of your
It's
actions.
a natural human reaction, and I understand that this is why certain people have boundaries. So let her know, and that's what you were saying about. They will know that you're a casual partner by how you treat them because you have those hard boundaries that
Man, if
communicate.
it's casual
That
sex,
is
I'm
not
not
that's a
like
casual.
great
you.
area, though.
If you're
By how
casual
you treat
sex,
them?
Halima, you
I
know if
don't
it's
know.
casual sex as a guy, this is maybe speaking for me, child, from the past, but if it's casual sex, well, you ain't spending the night like that.
So that's what.
That's
he's
number
saying, and
one.
that's what a lot
If
of-
you
that's what
spend
a
the
lot of
night,
people
your
do.
ass is out in the morning.
That's what a lot
That's
of people
one.
do get.
Are you saying that this is good or
because
bad?
So I'm
because
saying
of
that
if I start
I don't
doing,
agree with this, but I understand why people do it.
But then- because
and
if
it
I do
does
more-
make sense because
I don't, and I've
because
encountered
for-
problems because I don't.
Because there are some people that this is clear communication that this guy does not like me like that because he does this, he's not calling me every day, he's not doing this, or once we have sex, we
That's
go.
the end. We
So
don't
in
take-
your head, you've arranged the relationship like this is just a sex.
Okay,
thing.
so what about the
But
one where
then
you actually do the
where you're
things?
now doing all those other things? For some women, of course, it's kind of like some women will definitely think, he bought me a present, he did this. Maybe things are changing, and so because some people want to avoid all of that, they act like who they are not. Where they're not as nice as they would be, they won't buy you presents
This is
because they
a
don't want
lot
you
of
to
guys.
get. Yeah,
This is a lot
That's
of
what
guys.
I'm saying. Most men have this stance, and I hate it because it's not every babe that actually catches feelings for the guy she's sleeping
I
with. You don't know-
disagree.
But we never
You
said
don't
But
know-
Halima,
every day.
you're
No, no,
twisting
no.
it because
People.
you're twisting it in a way
I'm
that
not twisting it. I'm just saying that a lot of guys actually do this, where they have this defensive stance of hard boundaries with the people that they have said because they have encountered it in the past. I understand that, but I'm just saying that you can also have. There are lots of women who have you two as a casual sex partner, and you can do all that.
But
nice
you're looking
stuff.
at it from one aspect in terms of the sex. Nobody's saying you're still not friends with them, that, oh, you can't buy them goods or do stuff outside the house. But what I'm saying in terms of the sex matter itself, yes, if it's casual, I'm not going to be spending the night at your house every time like that. No, vice versa. However, can we chill outside sometimes? Yeah. And when I say sometimes, I'm not saying selective times. I'm just saying like chill outside.
Randomly.
Yeah. If we see outside, am I going to look out for you? If it's your birthday or something, or you're going through something, can you call me? Yes. But in terms of what we're talking about, the sex itself, there's a boundary.
The sex itself?
No, the action, like in terms of sex, there's a boundary I'm going to set in terms of, okay.
How you fuck?
No, in terms of how the actions after, like, oh, spending the nights regularly, oh, me staying over for times
Yes,
and all
but
that.
we're saying the same thing,
no,
though.
because you were saying like some guys would just say, once it's sex, it's like that's it. But I said that's not necessarily true because there's actions outside. Like if I said it's just fucking,
When
and
she
we
says,
don't-
when she says that's it, she's talking
we're
about
saying
the
same
actions
thing.
in the bedroom, or in the house, or in the.
I'm saying the same thing. That same way your own line is you can sleep over, but by morning you leave. For some
Yeah.
people, it's just casual sex. The girl has been in his house for 1 week.
Hell
you understand?
nah. Hell
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
fuck.
no,
nah.
I-
And
yeah,
I'm
And that's
and
not
I'm
and that's
saying-
not a guy.
and
I'm
not
sorry.
saying
That's
that-
why people catch feelings.
Yeah,
You
and
stay
I'm
in my
not
house for a
saying-
week.
and I'm
No, but
not
that's the
saying-
thing.
And
See,
I'm not
now
saying
see
it's
that.
That's why
also
you guys in
bad.
Nigeria always
And
have
I'm not
problems.
saying
I'm
it's also
sorry.
bad because you can actually have a casual relationship, but I don't want to be in a committed thing. This is how. This is what's
No.
this is where communication comes in. You should be able.
I
to
have
have
noticed
that
this
Do
thing
you-
from
do you
people in
really-
Lagos.
I like this
It's
thing.
people
I
in
like that
Lagos
we
that
say-
do
No,
this
but
thing that you guys
Hold
are
on.
doing.
Hold on,
Stay
I
over,
like
stay
the
over.
way we say that. Oh, communication solves the problem.
Let me tell you.
I'm a co-host in the podcast, meaning I know how to
people
talk.
actually no.
But-
Talking is not communication.
Hold on.
People actually think that communication is always easy, or that's
No.
Yes.
I don't
A
think
lot
so.
of
I mean,
times,
I just said that I'm not a direct person.
A lot of men say, "Oh, I didn't tell this girl this because she did not handle it." Just because you want to communicate something, it doesn't mean the first time it will be communicated, it will be digested easily.
Which is understandable.
Do you understand? But how many people want to actually sit down and do the work of having a real, honest conversation about?
We tried
details?
that. I'll say here.
I've
We
tried
try
that-
it.
I've
We
tried that
try it.
several
But
But then when
But
you
that's
deal
the
with
thing.
certain women, and that's why I said it's not just women. We're just speaking women because we're men, and it can be vice versa. One, there's certain things like you also have to have a level of emotional intelligence and also understanding, like
Honestly.
you said, to comprehend these things. Maybe
and
we're
also
different
know the
where-
things to say.
Exactly.
How to
because
say them.
some girls have these kind of conversations, but you don't. Every girl is not the same in how they react. Some react well to it. Some are like, some will code it. Like
Exactly,
it's-
you know. And the thing is, they would even tell you the things they believe you want to hear, so the situation can calm
Like
down.
they'll say
But what
at
they're
first,
really,
they're down, and then next
and then
thing
what
you know
they're
now,
really thinking, something else entirely. But again,
we can
we
go
run
on
out-
for
yeah,
this for
we
a
run
while.
out of time, bruh. We
Obviously,
run out of
thank you
time.
to our guest here because
Always
now
sparking-
we're sweating
always
and
sparking
As
the
it
plug.
was
just a
sweaty.
lot of debates. But
All
make sure,
I'm saying is, sorry, 1 second.
That's okay.
Yes.
self-plug. Would you like to do a self-plug?
Oh, okay. All I'm saying is, moral of the story is, just because you're having casual sex doesn't mean it can be nice. And I also understand that it's good to draw boundaries sometimes, because some people will not hear, they won't believe it. Even if you do all those nice things and then you say, no, I don't have feelings for you, then they'll
They'll
keep
be like,
pressing.
yeah, but your
And
actions
it's not
are saying
everybody you
otherwise.
want to have those kind of long, drawn-out conversations. So sometimes it's easier to communicate with your boundaries. Yeah, that's moral of the
Self-plug.
story.
Would you like to-
Self-plug. Follow me at Hausa Chocolate. Follow my podcast at Spit or Swallow Pod. Ladies, I give tips on, it's a sex podcast, so obviously, we're trying to be anti-patriarchy, purity culture, all of this. I hate hearing Lagos women, because me, I know women and I know how women behave, but there's still a larger demographic that still do things the traditional way.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're trying to do on my podcast. Let me teach you how to cheat on your man. I'm joking. I'm joking. And yeah, find me on Hausa Chocolate and all the other things that I do, mental health, sex, all of that. You find it there. Thank you guys for having
And
me.
again,
All right.
make sure you guys subscribe to our own channels on Spotify, Apple Music, everything. We appreciate you guys. Do you want to do any self-plugs before we
Yeah, I mean, again, just remember to send in your experiences. You see that we read them all the time, send in questions, send in anything you want to have us talk about on the podcast. And yeah,
And I'll give a quick self-plug. We are going on tour next month. Niger Nation, we out here. America, I'm coming to see you guys for 2 months. We're going on tour, so make sure you guys follow me for more details. And make sure you also follow Sunday at Ilashe. We're having it this month for the ladies. It's a special surprise. You can see Muriwa there, because Muriwa is there every time in his shirts and his color shirts. By the way, he doesn't like plugging himself, which annoys me. But you see the shirt he's wearing, he made it. So if you guys need custom shirts, go and follow him. The boy is not just an architect, but he's a designer.
yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So till next time. Yeah.
All right, guys.
We're
This
always battling. I just think about how when we're talking, when we're discussing, it's always so heated.
Yeah.
I love it.
But it's
Yeah.
healthy. It's
I
healthy.
love
I
it,
feel
I
like
love
she's
it.
gonna come a third time.
You never.
I feel like
You're
she's gonna
welcome
come
to
at
be
that
honest. You're welcome to.
Yeah.
But
I
until
better
next
come a
time,
third
guys.
time.
In the work.
This is Menisms. I'm Michael Scenario,
And I'm Murray. Welcome.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Not that kind of call.
Shut up.